Been watching Cyclops do his thing all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the Vista. Smoke me out, fam, with all the danks of the dank shit. On my left, Kronos.
The M on Magneto shirt stands for Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Old Ninja should be with us. Blue may not be, but we back up in here.
That we are. We'll keep it rolling with just two of us. So until Old Ninja gets here. So yeah.
Let's do it. What you got on statisticals?
I'm trying to pull it up. YouTube is being weird by like adding in a bunch of extra shit into uh yeah, into like adding the live stream. So listener of the week I can't say because on SoundCloud there wasn't one, I guess. Those were just kind of weird because we have a bunch of listens, but and in the chat nobody there yet or actually is trying to connect to our software, so I don't fucking know.
Goddamn. All right.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, damn it. We back up in here, man. Um, I know we don't have Old Ninja with us quite yet, but fuck, where you want to start with? Because
Where
there's
do
a
we want to
bunch
start?
going on.
Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second. Just chat for a little bit because I'm trying to figure out the live stream thing. I don't know if it's working or not.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. So, shit, what man, I wasn't even actually on last week, but weird thing is I've been watching a whole fucking shit ton of season 5 and 6 Rick and Morty. I don't know how I got like 2, 3 seasons behind on Rick and Morty.
Oh, you missed some good ones, man.
Yeah, they've been great though. I've been like marathoning through them. That's been fun.
Yeah, I mean, it never really fell off. So,
No,
yeah.
it really didn't.
Even with
Uh,
the voice changes were still just fine.
yeah, yeah, it just kept moving forward. The one I really need to still catch up on is Ninja
Ninja Kamui?
Kwame
Yeah,
Kamui
Kamui.
Kamui.
Yeah, yeah, it's so good.
Yeah,
I quite enjoyed um, all of it so far. It's basically, if y'all haven't watched any of it yet, it's basically a really good revenge story right from the
hmm
jump. So, dude's family gets killed. He goes for revenge. He's getting his revenge.
that's it.
So, yeah.
That's literally all you need to know. Other than it's some really good cyber ninja violence, like all the way around.
Yeah, and I was really surprised on like the amount of violence.
When you're talking about late night
Yeah,
programming,
yeah.
and then when you talk about cable too, it, it's looser, but you still don't expect like HBO levels of violence. You know what I
Yeah, like
mean?
people were getting dismembered. I was like, bruh. I can't remember.
So
I don't think
that's
there was any titties in it, but I don't think there was.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, maybe that's the Adult Swim's really going for the adult part. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
man.
them kids.
Fuck all of them. So that's been really fun. And then the other one for anime, I think I'm 2 episodes behind still on Solo
Oh, dude, it's so
because
good.
there was like one episode that was basically a recap.
Yeah, that was bullshit. And the next one wasn't very good either, to
Yeah,
be
I think I
honest.
watched the one after the recap, and then I haven't watched any more yet.
It picks back up. Real quick, just for the stats part, Warrior Fellas first in chat. Thank you very much. And just some quick housekeeping. Um, Patrick sent me because we did like a beer exchange thing. I finally sent off his beer and his SF Beer Week glass yesterday, so he'll get it hopefully on Thursday, Friday ish time frame. I
Nice.
gave him some good shit. So I'm drinking a beer that he gave to me called Coffee Dino S'mores from Off Color
What the
Brewing.
fuck?
Yeah, so
It's a mouthful.
which is interesting that he gave this to me because I know he doesn't like a lot of adjuncts in beer. Adjuncts is like extra shit that you put in beer to make it taste different. And if
Mm-hmm.
this is gonna be s'mores, then it has to have some adjuncts in it. But let me see. Oh yeah.
Sugar?
Oh, actually, not a lot of. Okay, maybe this is why you can't. It's not.
Sugary?
No, it's actually not. Which is probably why he likes this beer.
Hmm.
It's not. It's not too sugary. It's not too extra. Did somebody donate to us? Who hath donated? It didn't tell me.
Oh,
Somebody super chatted, which is weird. Maybe because I heard it, but I don't see the notification. That was super weird. Yeah, this is a really good beer. It's not too sweet, not too. It's not really bitter. This is a good beer. Yeah.
You seem surprised and happy. That's good.
No, I shouldn't be surprised because I just said the adjunct thing, and now he's probably laughing. It's like this stupid
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Patrick's good people, man.
He is good people. Like he's. It was really good to see him again in person during SR Beer Week. I got to go out to Chicago to go visit him. Because Chicago's actually, I mean, depending on where you go, obviously, I don't even. I hate that qualifier. Um, I just need to go out there. Oh, somebody subscribed. That's what it was.
Okay.
So, Serene. I'm gonna say Serene. Thank you very
Correct
much for
us if we're wrong.
subscribing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct us if that pronunciation is wrong.
yeah.
You cool.
I won't say the rest of your name, but thank you. My name is complicated too. My government name, which is
There you
also not a U.S. government name. But anyway, keep it rolling.
Chicago, yeah, I've been there a couple of times. I mean, yes, every every big city has its parts that aren't great, but
Yeah.
man, like the Magnificent Mile and the Pier, Navy Pier, and downtown, the Loop, and all. I mean, there's some really gorgeous parts. Even that, what was it, the Married with Children fountain. I know that's not the real fucking name of it.
That's what
Don't
it's
kill
called
me,
now.
Chicagoans.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's what it's called now.
Yeah, exactly. Like I saw it and I was like, "Ooh, that's the Married with Children fountain." And everybody, all the Chicagoans are probably like, "What the fuck? Look at this tourist piece of shit." You know?
Probably doesn't even like our pizza either. But for real, fuck your pizza.
I went to, what was the one I went to? I think I went to Gino's for the deep dish. I mean, that's a fucking meal, man. Like if you can eat more than one slice, you're a big dude.
Well, that's the thing is like it's not that it's not a bad thing. It's just not what I would consider like pizza. But at the same time, you know, if you go to Italy, like Italians don't consider any like the most American pizza. So
Yep.
I'm not Italian, but I can still judge people.
There you go.
So there you go. So go ahead.
I was in France. They sure did put a fucking egg on that shit, and I was like, how
Yeah.
dare you?
Put an egg on that shit. And they get mad about pineapple on pizza. It's like you don't put an egg. Honestly, I don't really give a shit. Most pizza I'll eat like no matter what because like the combination of things that encompass a pizza are usually all winners. I'm not really a fan of anchovies. I'm not a fan of olives. I'm not a fan of what was the other thing I don't like on pizza? There was something else that I really don't like on pizza. But yeah, it's very olives. Oh, I think I said olives. I said it twice because fuck olives. But yeah, there's something else. I'm not a big fan of like the canned mushrooms on pizza. Like if you give me some fresh, mushrooms that ain't like, give me some exotic kind of mushrooms, something that doesn't taste like fucking trash, I'll eat it. But if you're, normal like chain pizzas with mushrooms, fuck that shit. Keep that.
I got you. What was I gonna say? In terms of like weird shit with pizza, that or people outside of the Bay Area would probably think it's weird, but I tell you what, that Indian pizza fucking rocks.
Oh my god, yes.
There's like
Bombay pizza. Yeah.
I know that sounds weird. I know it sounds like a combination that doesn't fucking go, but they put some chicken and curry and some spices on that shit. Every single one of the Indian pizzas, all those flavors work. Every single one.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. And honestly, it goes really good with an IPA. Yes. Actually, most Indian food goes really good with an IPA.
Yep.
Yeah, there was like a place called Bombay Pizza in Fremont. Shout out. That I used to get deliveries from all the time, and it's fantastic. Like, yeah, you're right. It doesn't sound like it's gonna work, but it totally does.
Always good. Always fucking good. I miss that place. And then like you leave the Bay Area and you're just like, oh yeah, well, I'll get some Indian pizza. No, the fuck you won't.
No, I think the Bay Area has like they have a weird confluence of cultures that most people are okay with, like mixing cultural, especially foods. I mean, you can get like a goddamn sushi burrito, and I'm not even exaggerating.
Yep.
Yeah, like it's okay there to like really mix and experiment with different cultures' foods, and usually they work out because the Bay Area. Somebody told me actually the other day they said they went to San Francisco. He didn't like any of the food. I was like, where the fuck did you eat?
Wow.
Like, what the fuck? Like, honestly, I mean, in any big city, there's like a gajillion restaurants. Yes, there's probably some shitty options, but in San Francisco, I guess because I've been there so many times that I know where to eat.
Yeah.
But there's definitely places where you can go to. You can get like solid meals. Shit, I had a solid meal from that. What was that place that was all of the staff is former convicted felons, or at least former cons.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
The name escapes me, but yeah.
it's near the stadium.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Near the Giants ballpark. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Talk about the place real quick because I think you might have take me there. I
Yeah.
think.
So it was right by where. Yeah, exactly. It was right by where I used to work, near the Giants ballpark, and um, you go in. It's white tablecloth. It's cheap as fuck, and you're like, what the fuck is going on with these prices? Like usually in San
Yeah.
Francisco, you would be paying $30-$40 a plate for these type of meals, you know, even lunch meals or whatever. This place was like maybe 30-40% of that. And their claim to fame is they try to help ex-convicts like rehabilitate, get into the work life, on the outside type of thing. um they're waiters, they're chefs.
I found it.
Some You found the name?
Delancey Street. Apparently, there's more than one.
Yep.
There's more than one
Yep.
places that employ convicts. But Delancey Street, if you ever go there, anyway, keep going. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, again, the prices are really, really affordable, especially for that area with a beautiful view of the bridge and the marina, or the kind of like the wharf almost area, or Embarcadero area. Um, but the food is great. The food is spectacular and it's cheap. And some people who are a little more bougie or whatever, like, just so some of these people are convicts. I've
I don't
never
give
had
a
any problem.
fuck. Yeah.
I've never had any problem. Everybody's polite. Everybody's nice. You know, if you're somebody who has a problem, let's say with someone with like a neck tattoo or something like that, then get the fuck out of here. But uh, there's nothing non-normal about this place other than like great food for a really affordable price, and you don't usually find that. Uh,
Well, I think
in this.
one of the main things that people have a fundamental misunderstanding when it comes to like convicts is that most of them don't really want to go back to jail.
Yep.
So if they're given a chance, they will take that chance and try not to go back to jail. What
Yep.
is a problem though with I would say I can't speak for all convicts. I've never been a convict, but what I will say is if you give them like literally no opportunities and you keep laying on barriers to get employment, like the checkbox of that I was a convict, um, that is going to pretty much ensure that they're going to have no prospects, especially when you say you have to have a job when you get out of jail, and
Yep.
then they literally can't get a job because you force them to check the checkbox and nobody trusts them. So yeah, I mean, the Delancey Street, yeah, we went there together, and I went there and they had one of the beers from one of the breweries I really like, the one that makes goddamn, I can't remember. Oh, Old Rasputin. So they had Old
Oh yeah, yeah,
Rasputin
yeah.
there, and it was actually reasonably priced. And I was like, "What the
Yep.
fuck?" And then I looked at the food, and it was like, "Man, the place is like it's really nice." So yeah, if you ever get a chance and you're in San Francisco, check out Delancey Street, and you're gonna have a good time. Like it's great food, great drinks. It's just, and it's in a great location too. Like it's
Exactly.
walking distance from the stadium. Other places that are close to there is like 21st Amendment, which is a great brewery. There used to be a place that served really good grilled cheese sandwiches. That's fantastic. So like that whole area, this is why I got into it. Is like there's so many good places to eat in the city, and like in that area that we're talking about used to be real fucking shitty. Probably you can talk about that. Like when you
Yeah.
first you were trying to find a job over there, right?
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, and I worked there for like 3 or 4 years in that
Yeah.
that whole area, so I know that like south of Market region really, really well. I used to like take BART and then walk from basically Embarcadero all the way down to the Giants ballpark or whatever every single day. Yes, you do step in some human shit, but it
Yeah.
is what it is. But real quickly too, just going back to the convicts and whatnot. Um, some people make mistakes in their fucking life. We all fucking have.
Oh yeah.
And you know let's say you make a mistake and you just happen to be 18, 19, 20 or whatever. That shouldn't be the rest of your fucking life, especially if you're trying to make a difference and trying to contribute to society. So I'm all for second chances. That's what this country is supposed to be all fucking about. So
Yeah.
it's a great cause. And they also do a lot of other like charitable things, not just the restaurant, to ensure that these formerly convicted people are, really getting that opportunity in life to make something of themselves. So it's great
Yeah,
all the way
so
around.
Delancey Street is actually a foundation.
There you
So,
go.
and they have a restaurant component to it. That's been around for 40 years, over 40 years, and yeah, so they do all kinds of stuff. So if you look, go to DelanceyStreetFoundation.com. They have an old school like GeoCities fucking website. Please update this. But yeah, it's it gives you like their whole mission statement. There's information about the restaurant, what they do. So yeah, they do
that's
they do good work.
that's awesome. And more of that. I'm all fucking for it, man. Plus good food, shit, and for a good price. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You were in that new Stone shirt, right? Isn't that the one you got when we was hanging out?
Was it actually? This is kind of an older one.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I don't know. I got a bunch of them now at this point. Because yeah, we hung out a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun. Went back
It was
to
good to see Blue's son turning 3. Fuck.
yeah, yeah. He's
Weird to say.
talking and
He's
shit. It's like
talking,
wow.
demanding food, eating it with all his teeth. I was like, what the fuck?
Look at this whole ass human.
Whole ass human
Well,
with
because
opinions and
I
shit.
I sort of I was like, why didn't I see this kid that much? But I forgot that he was born during the pandemic.
Yep.
So it was at a
That's it.
time where like we literally couldn't hang out.
Yeah.
And that sucked because like Blue, like where I used to live, he was like literally like over like not a mountain range, but it was like over like a canyon sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So we live really close to each other.
It's just down the street.
But yeah, we couldn't hang out during the pandemic after his son was born.
That shit robbed some years of all of us, but it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, that was it's weird seeing like I go back to like every day I look back at my Facebook memories and like seeing all the stupid shit that I've said over the years has been like hilarious. But I remember during the pandemic I specifically was joking about the coronavirus not being a big deal. I was comparing that to like the swine flu and like the Ebola and like all this other shit. Holy fuck, was I wrong? So yeah,
There were plenty of us doing that. The early days, again, hindsight is 2020, but at the time, nobody knew what this really was,
yeah.
and it quickly surpassed all those numbers,
Hmm.
And then as it kept hitting, it was like, holy fuck. What did Sam Jackson say in fucking Jurassic Park? Hold on to your butts. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
got serious.
Well, especially
You
because
know.
like I think people kind of forgot about this. Um, how then President Trump, disgraced President Trump, like he went up on TV and lied almost on a daily basis about it, which
Yep.
made it even worse. Because I remember like when it first started kind of blowing up, he said that there was if you needed a test, you can get a test. And my daughter had gotten sick like right around the time where he said that. Actually, after he said that,
Yep.
and I went to a local hospital, and they were like, no, like we can't test her. And I was like, but we live with somebody that has heart disease, and they were like, no, it's only for people that are like high risk. But I'm like, but we live with somebody that's high risk, and they were just like, no, I'm sorry, we can't. They didn't have enough tests, and so like I think that might have I think that contributed to it spreading so much because people thought that they were safe. Like if
Yep.
you were sick, you could just go get tested, then quarantine. But no, you couldn't. Like if you got sick, you couldn't even test. And that was like just the beginning, and then all the other fucking bullshit about, you know, the hydroxychloroquine and UV rays in your fucking veins and all this other bullshit. People forget about that, and
Yep.
they see like President Biden, who don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of his either, but especially with the new shit about Gaza, like that's terrible. But people really need to remember what it was like to live in 2020. Like it was fucking horrific. The whole country got shut down. Um, you couldn't buy fucking groceries. You couldn't get toilet paper, and you had this asshole that was on TV lying about the status of the virus, lying where you can get testing, and then lying and then making excuses of saying, "Oh, the last guy left all the shelves barren with the PPE." It's like, look, motherfucker, if you're the head guy, the buck stops with you. Like,
Sure
if you come
does.
into the position, you need to do some inventories. Like, say, hey, what's going on? Like, but you didn't do that,
Yeah.
and we all suffer the price. And also, like the PPE, like missing back then, it was because there was like it was during the swine flu and all these other things that Obama had to go through. So he had depleted them. Why they weren't restocked, I don't know. Maybe it is on him. So it could be on him, but also you're the next guy. Like if you're the next guy, you have to take the steps to make sure that this country's safe, and you didn't fucking do that.
Yeah, and it's one thing to say, hey, things are depleted when I got into the job, if that is the case, and that's a big fucking if. But
Yeah,
you can't do that 3.5 years in. Like, get the fuck
yeah,
out of here.
no,
Like,
no,
one there's a honeymoon period of maybe a few months. I'm relatively new and just getting my feet wet. Relatively safe to say maybe a quarter at the most. After that, nobody wants to hear any fucking excuses about
no, no.
about shit.
That's not a
And that's
leader.
any job.
It's not a leader.
Yeah. So, but yeah, very, very scary fucking shitty ass times. I'm glad that, we've made it through relatively safely, but,
I
it
mean,
was,
over a million of us didn't.
yeah,
So
exactly. I was just going to go there.
they're just human possibilities. It's just human potential.
The fact that there was still a collective shrug about fellow American citizens that happened to will forever disturb me. It really will. It's just like,
You know what it was? It was a turning point, and the turning point was when they realized that it was killing disproportionately people of color because of where they lived. Because if you had underlying conditions like diabetes, respiratory issues, there's a bunch of other ones too, but like a lot of them had to do with like basically if you lived in a place that had high possibilities for respiratory issues, like if you live like near industrial area, which is where redline people live and where they still have to where they still live in America. I think once they realized that, they were just like, fuck it, we're just gonna let it run its course. And people that lived in the country, obviously they were way less at risk because there's fucking less people. Like if you live in a goddamn farm, you're probably good. You know what I mean?
But the thing about it was, you also had mostly black and brown folks who were doing essential work like bus driving, like delivering shit for Amazon, like
grocery stores, fast food restaurants,
A lot of that shit was sorry, hold on. Let me back up just a little bit. All the other thing that will forever change in my mind, like in terms of worldviews after that shit, was how temporarily we placed the a halo, and I liked the halo in a lot of ways on essential workers. And then as soon as that shit stopped, it was like, fuck you, I don't give a fuck. And even while it was going on, there were still people cussing them out and throwing shit at them, being assholes. So
hold on a second.
Well, he goes, the essential stuff. People were being jerks to nurses and convenience store workers, all of that shit. It was all bad. But we back up in here, man. I am going to confess for anybody still with it. Oh, still back with us? All good?
Yeah, good now.
Okay.
If you want to know what it's like to be a parent, somebody knocking on your door and they know that you're doing something that's, pretty much important, and then asking where their jeans are. Like, I don't fucking know.
Also, it's time for pajamas, right?
Yeah, well, she's in bed. So that's like, she went to bed like, time is it like over an hour ago? So, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay. I love it.
We'll figure out in the morning.
Yeah, I'm at the approaching the age where I don't want to talk, Dad, about my day or anything like that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, this is
so.
You were there when I had almost lost my shit with Lily in public.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, at a birthday party because they had chocolate cake and she didn't like chocolate cake. So now you got a birthday party.
Yep.
So.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I don't think
parenting is fun.
She's probably gonna listen to this podcast, but she knows how I felt about that, so it's no surprise.
There will be many a moment like that with me in mind, but
well, now she's you know what's the worst thing is that she is very vehement that she's not gonna have kids, and I'm like, no, like the universe, karma needs to catch up with you when you were a kid. Like
Yeah.
you need to experience what it's like to talk all that shit, and then all of a sudden when you have a kid, they talk all that shit back to you. The same shit that you were saying.
Yep.
So you need to balance the scales, kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. It, it, it's weird. I will say though, the concept. Not that I'm there yet. Thankfully, but the concept of being a grandparent, it is fucking weird mentally.
Well, that's the thing is like, obviously I am of an age where my oldest could have kids if she wanted to have kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so yeah, that gets to me too. And then I look at some people that are my age or maybe younger, and they look like grandparents. So I don't look like a grandparent yet. I hope not. I try to take care of my shit a little bit, but
Mhm.
yeah, I'm that age where I could be a grandparent like right now.
Fucking wild, man. It's fucking wild. It is what it is. I'm trying to get back into the groove of shit. Like, uh, started, running again, and today even like 3.5 miles. I'm in a good fucking zone right now.
Hey, if you
But
want to start biking, man, I got a really nice bike. I'd love to like actually ride it more. So
I might have to get a bike. There's some really good hills and trails around here.
there are, yeah, yeah.
So, um, but yeah, for right now, it's just been.
There we go. The oldest ninja in the
Holy
world.
shit, this motherfucker. Old Ninja just dropping in whenever the fuck he wants to.
It's right like an old person. He's got his
Yeah, like,
Geritol. He's fucking got his icy hot on his body. It's good to go.
and back to business, bitch.
What's go what's good with you, old Ninja?
Man, y'all see people been making 500,000 for fucking the team, but yet they're not in porn. Y'all see this shit?
I'm sorry,
I'm
sir.
I'm sorry. Back up.
What the words you said were very odd.
Well, say it
Hard.
again.
So you making 500,000 for fucking the team, but yet you're not in porn.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
you
we
talking
know
about?
what you're talking
Yeah, I know
about.
what you're
Why
talking
don't
about.
you
All right.
explain to the audience what you're talking about?
This is a complicated
So
story, though. I had to look. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you do your thing.
yeah, so we talked about this like uh late last year, mid last year, whatever. Megan Hall. She's but she wasn't even a sergeant. She was like she's a police officer in some little Kentucky town, and she ended up she's married and ended up having, I guess, not affair. I can't say it was affairs because the whole team knew about it. They all took
They're
turns
still
taking
affairs.
on.
It's
Yeah,
extramarital affair. So
extra
Yeah,
yeah,
marriage. Okay,
if it's outside of
so
the marriage, that's an affair.
yeah.
okay. Well, the question is, did the husband know about it?
Oh, was there coupledry going on?
Yeah,
Oh,
so that's the part I don't
that
know.
doesn't even matter. Like
I guess
honestly,
it doesn't matter.
the
But
the way,
anyway,
yeah.
she was I believe she was a dispatcher. If
No, she was an officer. Like
she was an officer, she was on
dispatchers do
patrol.
not wear the full uniform.
She
So
was on cop patrol because she literally fucked almost like half of her department because it's not a large police department
Now,
because
hold on,
everybody
old
knew each
Ninja.
other.
People are gonna obviously make the correlation and get a little confused. Are you talking about Black Patrol or not? Like, what
No,
is this?
no one gets confused. No one watches Black Patrol no more. That's just dead, dead and gone. But I mean, there were black dudes on the team, but she ended up, fucking the whole team. The chief found out a bit about it. He fired. They had to fire the whole staff. I think the city fired the chief or whatnot.
I
So
mean, he was having sex with her too. So
yeah,
Oh,
which he did not disclose, even though he fired the team.
the
However,
chief? Wait, the chief of police?
yeah, the chief
oh
was
yeah,
smashed in two.
this is why I said
Wow.
this story. I'll let old ninja finish, but I was surprised.
Well,
I was on one side of the story when I first heard about it, and then I read the rest. And go ahead, old ninja.
yeah, so this made national news for a little bit, but everyone, there's a lot of memes involving. So in the end, she ended up suing the department for, actually, I don't know. Don't know if it was defamation of character or just for, I don't know. She ended up suing the department. She was awarded $500,000 of taxpayer money in her case.
Actually, I don't think it actually was taxpayer money. I think it actually came out of something else, which is odd.
Oh,
But
that's even worse. So that means that would have came out of like their retirement funds or whatnot, or their pensions.
yeah,
That's
and
even worse.
so yeah, like when I first like kind of heard about like, oh, she's back in the news and she got awarded five. Oh no, it is going to cost the city. Okay, and I was like, huh, how's she getting paid all this money? After like watching the rest of the story, I'm most of the way through it, but yeah, she probably could have got more.
Oh wow.
To be honest, yeah. So obviously on like face value, it sounds like how could she get all this money while for fucking on duty and all this stuff? But apparently, yes, she was having some consensual sex with officers that were on duty, but some of them that she was having sex with were above her, and like one of them basically said, "If you have sex with me, I will give you a promotion." So that's quid pro quo. That's
Sure
coercement. So yeah, that's ding number one. Like you're not supposed to do that. And she was definitely a victim in that. And then also they were kind of passing her around with and like threatening her, and then like passing around like her like nude photos and videos and all that stuff between like this group of people. And then she made a formal complaint to the chief of police, and the chief of police, instead of like helping her, he was like, you know what, I'm gonna not do that. How about I just have sex with you too? So
Let me get a piece of it
yeah,
because everybody else is.
yeah,
So
and like there's a long paper trail.
yeah, there's some. It's weird to me because she was having consensual sex both in uniform on at the station as well as at some of their homes. She would go to their homes and have sex with them.
Can I interject?
However, some of those pictures and videos, she made herself and sent it to them.
Well, yeah,
Hold on.
there's still.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me jump in. Hold on. So, because some people are gonna hear what you just said, Old Ninja, and have some issues with it, and I may be even one of them. If someone is your superior at work and you get down with them and they're saying, do this, otherwise you're not going to get that promotion, or otherwise you're going to get fired, or anything like that, that's not consensual, like two adults just getting down in some motel. That is,
I believe that's illegal. I believe it's illegal in some of those states.
It's illegal. It's unethical. It's wrong. It's not true consensual. And I think we just need to be really careful with that word, because it implies literally someone meeting up at some bar or something and deciding to get down with each other, which is totally fine. This is not that, especially when you're talking about, like Kronos was alluding to, that there were superiors and literally the chief of police. Like if anywhere where you're working, if the COO, the executive, says, hey, if you want that promotion, suck this dick, that's going to be a big issue.
Yep.
That's not consensual.
Yeah. So honestly, after going through like the rest of the story, I kind of feel bad for her, to be honest with you. I mean, the way it started off, it's like obviously it was meme material, but obviously behind every meme is an actual human being. Well, I guess most memes that involve humans. Anyway, yeah. So I felt kind of bad for her, because I actually, after seeing like all the text messages, like what they were saying about her behind her back and like just passing her around like that, that's really fucked up. So, and she had mental health issues, and they knew about it, and they let her be an officer anyway. And just to be fair, I'm somebody that has mental health issues, and I had to disclose those when I joined the Marine Corps. So, and actually during my boot, I actually had like a therapist in boot camp. I was fine then, sort of. But those are things you have to go through if you have mental health issues. And obviously, she was still really affected by it, and she was trying to bring up what was happening to her to the chief of police, and that dude decided, nah, how about some dick though? So yeah,
it's really no different, obviously a different industry, but it's no different than like some Weinstein shit, to be very honest with you. It's like, you want to be in this movie, suck this dick, spread your ass cheeks open, gobble on it,
some Diddy shit. Oh, so you want to be a rapper, huh? You want to be a rapper, huh?
Yeah. Making the band got a whole new context now.
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, that's awful. It's not right. It's foul, especially if she tried to report it and then got, more dick crammed down her throat, and unwanted from the chief. Like that's all bad. I do agree with Kronos. That could have been even more money. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some subsequent lawsuits or civil or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, you don't have to treat. Let me just say this: don't take advantage of people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to get some spare ass over. There's hot single moms in your area right now looking for sex. You know what I mean? That's what the internet
It's
tells
like
me.
there are hookers you probably arrested that you could pay. I'm just, stop arresting them.
Yeah.
Also, like hookers are doing God's work.
Yeah.
So
Like,
This is
just
interesting.
just
I'm
hook up
wondering.
with
This looks
hook up
like
with
she
people.
might not have charged everybody. So she still has a trial date. Her trial date
Oh,
is literally a year from
all
like
right, hey,
10 days ago.
go for it. Because honestly, I mean, like if I think about like the way that she has been, and look at, I'm not no Captain Sabaho. Like what she did, like with the consensual side with the people that like on her own level, like and fucking on duty and all that stuff. Like, yeah, you deserve to get fired over that.
Hmm.
But the way that she got dragged through the mud, like in the media, and then
Oh yeah,
seeing
she
like,
did.
and then seeing like all the, because honestly, like this chick can't fucking work a normal job like for the rest of her life.
no,
Like,
no.
she's got to change her name, probably change her face, and then maybe she'd be okay. But and then she still got to live with like all the shit that happened to her. But yeah, like dealing with all that shit, and I don't know, it's just terrible. It's one of the things of like you kind of have to think. I hate it when you only get part of the story for shit like this. Because now I feel bad about laughing about her and her whole situation and all the memes and shit. Because like she's a person that got just used and abused, and everybody thought it was funny. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
including me.
context
I'm one of the assholes. So
context is everything, and yeah, if you're employed by somebody, and I'll even say this. I mean, I'm not going to talk about the frequency or anything like that. I'm not going down that fucking rabbit hole. But you shouldn't do this to women. You shouldn't do it to men. Like, nobody deserves to be harassed at work.
yeah,
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Hmm.
I agree. All right, let's can we move on to something less fucking depressing? So Diddy, not the next one. Diddy will be a couple things from now.
Yeah.
Um,
What's going on with your? Oh, I was going to mention. Now that we got old ninja, the acolytes and the trailer and whatnot.
okay.
That's just as depressing. We
Oh
talked about it
shit.
last week, but
Oh,
Oh, you
okay.
weren't
I
here.
missed.
yeah, you weren't here. So I mean, we talked about how we felt about the trailer. It's just crazy because there's been severe backlash over a minute and 30-second trailer. It's been super wild. It's been ups and downs, and the show's not even out. It's not out for like another 2 months,
Yeah.
and there's been nothing but like this sucks. This is what bullshit, and I talked about all the this is the shit that was mainly said, and the one thing I didn't talk about is the showrunner. She's been attacked and whatnot. I mean, there's been some things that have come to light. It's still kind of fucked up, kind of sort of, but she was a former assistant of Harvey Weinstein when she just got out of college. So she worked with him for like between 4 and 6 years, depending on the reports. I think Variety, I think, said 4. Hollywood Reporter said May said 6. But yeah, she's worked for him. But then she wrote a play about how he treated other people at work. So the way he was kind of like, I guess he's kind of like if you've seen Tropic Thunder and you see Les Grossman, I
Yeah.
guess he's like kind of a version of that. Maybe not as crazy, but kind of on that weird intensity level. And then she went on to do Russian Doll, an Emmy award-winning fucking Netflix show. So yeah, I mean that's what's got her hired for the Acolyte. So
Yeah, I hope everything is on the up and up. I mean, we talked about that in the kind of the chat offline. Again, I wasn't there. I'm not necessarily accusing her of anything. That's, but anytime you hear about someone working for Weinstein, you're just like, whoa, like what the fuck?
That's how toxic that dude is now, and like
Yeah,
he's basically like the He's like the Hitler of like Hollywood. Actually,
Yeah.
no, because
Yeah.
there's multiple ones of them now, which I'll talk about another one. We need to have like a topic after this that's a happier one, and then we'll talk about the other shit. It's like I don't want to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah. I mean, he's
I thought
basically
you were
he's like Hiroshima. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like
Oh
he
shit.
just like left. He like dropped a bomb that affected so many goddamn people, and it just like it's terrible. Like I like how.
Well-
Hold on, I gotta pause real quick. There's somebody in the chat that says, "The fuck is this, motherfucker? You clicked on it. Who the fuck are you?" Like, do you not know how the internet works? You click on thing. Not like we just popped into your goddamn feed and
Yeah,
we
that's
just
good.
started playing on your screen. You idiot! Just jump out of the chat. Like,
Get the fuck out of here.
yeah.
But real quick, because I wasn't with you guys last
Oh
week.
wait, now now I feel like a dick. So much love to you guys.
What? Is this Anna Sarkeesian?
Oh wow.
That's hilarious.
Um,
No, I feel like a
Is this-
dick.
I
Sorry.
feel like is this from someone we know? Looks like someone we know.
I don't know, but that's just funny.
Well, I was just gonna quickly say, I have watched the trailer 2 or 3 times because I was just like, I need to see what this fucking controversy is about, and I'm like, yeah, I'm watching it, and I'm like, I'm gonna see it in a minute. I don't get it. I like, I saw it multiple times, and I'm scratching my head. What made these folks so mad? Like,
Are you serious? You didn't see the backlash is huge.
And I saw the
and
backlash.
scathing and
I saw
like,
the backlash, but I was like, y'all need to really touch grass. Like,
really though.
touch all the blades
I
of
mean-
grass.
So, like I said, I think my top 3 that are very, very extremely commonplace is one, I guess Disney hates not hates white men, but they did the trailer and it doesn't feature any white men, or the trailer features no men, which to me means they didn't
That's
pay
not-
attention to the trailer
Yeah, that's
because
not
the
true.
trailer is narrated by a man, and he is in most of the trailer. So, and he's the guy from Squid Games.
Squid Games,
Like
yeah.
but their thing was there's no white men. So they're freaking out, saying that Disney hates white men. Good job, Disney. There's too many women. This is woke. Woke was like almost in every statement that was negative about this fucking.
I need somebody. I
trailer.
need somebody to. I ask questions now of like people when they say stupid shit like that. Like, what do you mean it's woke? Can like explain to me like what does woke mean to you? Like,
So you'll get one of 4 responses. One, they won't answer because they won't define it because it'll show their bigotry. 2, they'll say something that's basically on the lines of women empowerment. There's too many women. There's no guys. Blah blah blah.
that doesn't.
The other one is too many brown people, too many minorities.
I mean, they're
There's
being
no hint to that one.
at least they're being honest. So
Yeah, and then the other one is LGBTQ. But you can't even tell if there's any kind of romantic relationship in this, like any kind. The more recent backlash, which this one is kind of weird to me. I talked about this in the chat, but I didn't really talk about this last week. Is that people were like, "Oh, Star Wars is not a kung fu fic. Why is there doing hand-to-hand combat? That's not Star Wars. This is trash. Not gonna watch
What
it."
the fuck?
Exactly. So those are the people who don't know, or mostly people who probably just saw the prequels, but they didn't know the original Star Wars. George Lucas has publicly stated, you can watch this in his document. There's at least 3 documentaries I can think of off the top of my head, where he talked about how George Lucas wanted the cast to be Japanese. He wanted the entire cast to be Japanese. The Jedi lore is based off the samurai. Literally the samurai. And samurais not only fight with swords, but they learn how to fight hand-to-hand combat, as well as in Star Wars lore, people who definitely come to the rescue of Solo. In the movie, Emily Clark's character does hand-to-hand combat with somebody, and she says, she does it with Han Solo himself, and he's like, "Where'd you learn that? What is that?" She's all, "It's Terra's Cars." If you know what Terra's Cars is, that is the martial art that the Jedi learned. There's literally a fucking game that is Master of Terra's Cars. It's a terrible fucking game, but it highlights the martial arts that the Jedi learned, and people completely skip over that. And then the other one that's been gotten people in fervor is the the trailer didn't say. I don't think it says Sith, but
I
this
mean,
about the Sith.
there's a red lightsaber. I mean, what the? Do you need to draw it out? What people so goddamn dumb?
That's a little side note that not everyone that has a red saber is not always a Sith.
I mean,
like
that's
Asajj
true.
Ventress.
I mean,
So
yes,
Asajj
but
Ventress, she
also,
was a Sith, and a couple other people.
I mean,
they
yeah,
weren't
but
Sith.
hold on. But the people were the sort of folks that we're talking about, they don't know who Asajj Ventress is because they're not actually Star Wars fans.
They
Yeah.
should not be.
They're
Obviously
not. They are just, you know, they are the type of people that they want to see just themselves in the movie, and they get mad when somebody like that looks not like them wants to see themselves in the movie. Like, it's hypocritical.
Well, not
It's
just
hilarious.
in the movie, they're not the main character
Hey,
of the film.
Kickman's in
They're
the
like,
chat.
this is trash. I have literally seen at least 5 comments of how Star Wars was for white men, and it always has been for white men. And what Disney has done to it is butchered it and threw away George's dream or something.
You know what George's dream is? George's dream is his wife.
Makes sense.
George's dream is his wife, and she's black as fuck.
George's dream is his daughter, his youngest daughter. His youngest daughter. That's pretty much why he sold Disney, is to raise his daughter, even though he has 3 kids before her. But still,
Yeah, this is not new. It's sad. If you really rewind the fucking clock, there was some backlash to even Billy D. Williams in Empire.
I brought that up.
You know, and that looks ridiculous 40 years later, obviously, because who doesn't love fucking Billy D as Lando? You know what I mean? Like,
he is a fucking traitor, though. Can we be for real here?
what?
He's a traitor. He sold out Han Solo. What are you talking about?
Well,
I mean, where's the excuses at, though, bro?
So
I'll stay out of this one.
yeah, I mean, we just talked about with the Badge Bunny that she was kind of coerced and forced. If Vader is telling you do this or else,
I'm telling my friend, you got a starship. Let's bounce. I'm out this bitch.
I mean, he tried to save Bespin as best he could, but
Look how good a job he did. He fucked it all up. Obviously, he got redeemed, but he was a traitor. Like, just gotta be real. He was a traitor.
I mean, look, he almost got choked out in the movie by Chewie for that shit.
Chewie, yeah.
I mean, that was deserved.
But he had to the plan to try to save him, and he's part of the plan that actually saves him. So
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something that somebody told me a long time ago. If you build 100 bridges and you fuck one goat, guess what? You're the goat fucker.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
damn.
This is
I
true.
mean, it's kind of true. I
Damn
mean,
facts,
look at Mia Khalifa trying to throw off her stigma. I mean, she sucked a bunch of dicks, and now she's forever dick sucker. So
I mean, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. She did what she had. She did what she wanted to do, what she had to do, whatever. When you hear the name or see the face of Mia Khalifa, you automatically think porn, and you're forever going to think that. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what's funny is I've never actually watched any of her porn, which is kind of weird because
yeah. A lot of people say it's mixed bag. A lot of people don't think that she's the end all be all. I mean, granted, I will say there are other performers that have done it better than her, but she's okay. She's easy to watch. I mean, easy on the eyes, I guess.
hopefully she
She's
made enough
cute.
money to, I guess, live the rest. I mean, obviously she has fame, but she can only.
Yeah,
but
she
can
made
only,
enough money to get in and get out.
well, but she can only roll in like certain circles. She paid a price. Kind of sucks.
Yeah,
But so did she.
She sure did.
Joke.
she sure did. She sure did. All bad. So the Acolyte, it's gotten. It's weird because it has more dislikes on YouTube than likes, and it's very weird to me. So I've also brought it up last week to Cronus and Blue that the majority of the dislikes are white men.
I mean,
Like, almost 100%.
hold on. That's all right. I'll be hypocritical for a second. First of all, there's probably no way you can know that. Like, it's doubtful.
Yeah,
But second of all,
because
it's probably 100%
most of them
right.
have their picture, most of them have their picture next to their comments.
No, I mean, most people don't have. Most people on YouTube don't have pictures of themselves.
No. Well, on YouTube, yes, but on Facebook, it's your actual. Usually, most people use your.
You were talking
actual
about dislikes, though. There's no dislike button on
Yes,
Facebook.
But, I mean,
That's what I'm saying. See, you already tripping up. Like,
okay. So, usually, when you watch the trailer, it usually takes you to YouTube. So
it does, but you
and
can't.
the
okay.
group that I saw, the link was from YouTube.
Okay, but you can't dislike a photo. But you can't dislike anything on Facebook. So I'm saying, like, so technically, you don't know the demographics, but you're probably right. Let's just be real. Like, I have no, there's no thought in my mind, like second thoughts that it's mainly white dudes, because especially when you say there's no white dudes in it, like no black dudes, you can say like, oh, there's no white dudes in it.
Yeah.
You know, like
it also, I will say this. I mean, the reason why I watched it 2 or 3 times was because I was still so confused about where the uproar was really coming from. I watched it and I was just like, oh, okay, some newer characters to me, because I'm not super deep into the Star Wars lore. They look like some newer characters. Obviously, it still had the Star Wars theme. It was only a minute or 2 minutes long, minute and a half long, whatever the fuck it was. Nothing seemed crazy controversial about it at all. There was no like, nobody was getting dildo fucked by the lightsaber or anything. Now that would.
But also, I mean, that's not controversial. That's fucking nice.
Oh damn!
Where's Mia Khalifa? I'm just.
Oh damn!
Just saying. So I had to make an old joke, bring it back. Anyway, that's professional right there.
I'm pretty sure it's instant death, but still, yeah.
Foxy Love.
It depends on It depends on them walls.
Yep.
Just saying.
Foxy Love from Drawn Together, that cartoon Comedy Central show.
And she's a jackhammer.
She was getting down and pleasuring herself with a lightsaber that had the dolphin clip thing, and then she got the jackhammer and she was just going to town. She was showing a SpongeBob-like character how to masturbate. It was the greatest scene ever. She even fried chicken with her fucking twat.
She did, which is also, that's some racist. All that shit that you just described is super racist, but yeah, it was still hilarious back in the day.
It was great.
I gotta say, God damn, that was a really good show back in the day. You cannot make that show today. Anyway, I was gonna like sort of segue this over to talking about a trailer causing controversy, because you know what else caused controversy with a trailer was X-Men '97. Whole bunch of controversy with that, talking about how it's woke. Guess what? It is hovering at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, because the show is fucking awesome. I watched the first 3 episodes now. I won't talk about the third one because it just dropped today. But they hit the ground running. They basically, they can't miss at this point. I mean, there's 3 in a row, fucking bangers. They did everything right. They made the old show not look like shit, but it really is a perfect reinterpretation of the old show and continuation. The writing was excellent. I don't know why the director got fired. He must have some serious fucking skeletons in his closet. His skeletons must have raped other smaller skeletons for him to get fired off of this show.
Again, this is rumor mill bullshit, but there was speculation, clear speculation online that he was possibly doing some adult stuff, like some OnlyFans on the side, and that's why he got let go of, which makes 0 sense to me. But
I mean, this is the thing is, so first of all, OnlyFans is like, it's not only porn, so they have other things on there. And even if it was only porn, you can't join OnlyFans and see the content without paying for it. So, I mean, the kids would have been safe unless they stole your credit card, in which case, what's going on with the kids? Anyway, I don't know what actually happened to him, but I think that the show so far is fantastic. It's fucking 10 out of 10. The first episode was great. The second episode blew my fucking dick off. And the third one was really good too, just in a different kind of way. The second episode was so fucking good, it was hard for me to comprehend. I couldn't understand how they put like that much content in 30 fucking minutes. Like, seriously. What did y'all think about the show? Oh shit.
I've not seen the show, so.
You haven't watched it?
No.
What the fuck?
Oh, I thought you had.
Oh my god. I'm glad I didn't give anything away.
That's fine.
Yeah, so there is a real controversy about the show is yes, Rogue has no curves. So
damn.
And it's like it's not a single shot. It's the whole show. But
dude, some person took the time to literally have every back shot of Rogue in the new X-Men '97, and it's like, oh, it's not just that one scene, or it's not just that one shot. It's like literally like 30 pictures or 30 like freaking screenshots And he made a meme of it. See, they like look what they took from us. Type shit.
Yeah,
Like,
but
God
no,
dang.
it's okay. I mean, honestly, yeah, it sucks, but they got the original voice actors to play Rogue again. The original voice of Wolverine. They got a bunch of original voices to come back and play on this show. So if Rogue not being curvy is like a downer, yeah, it's kind of a downer, but also I mean it's a fucking cartoon, and the rest of the show, like the writing is way better. I don't want to say it's actually no, it is. The writing is better than it was that I can remember from back in the day.
I'm glad the voice actors were still alive because
Yeah,
92 was a long fucking time ago. And voice actors are just amazing. I love the fact that they can still do their shit, 30, 40 years later. Like, obviously, we were talking about Drawn Together with that Cree Summer scene with Foxy Love.
yeah,
Cree Summer's still doing voice acting, and she's been doing that for 30, 40 years now.
and she still looks good.
Yeah, I love Cree.
Yeah.
I always will.
I would love to have her on the podcast. We need to like start coming. We need to start having guests on again because I saw a picture of not Keith David. God damn it.
Oh, Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, Ernie Hudson. He's like 78 or 79, looking fantastic. And I was like, we talked to that guy on the podcast.
Yeah, we asked him what he was doing too.
He was cool as hell when we talked to him. He looks like he's in better shape than most 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
Let's rip talk.
Yeah.
So shout out to him, man. I was really glad to see that, especially when you compare him to like the other original Ghostbusters.
He looks better now than he did then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been really taking care of himself, man. Shout out to him.
And that's just hard to do. Like as we're all aging, it's very hard to like. Well, it is. It's hard to like keep up with your body, and like keeping your physical form, like even looking anywhere near that, it's difficult.
Yeah. Gravity alone, like.
Yeah.
I mean. It's not your friend. It keeps weighing on you. So
yeah, he was one of our, I would say one of the coolest ones because he kept it real with us. He's very well mannered. I felt like he was in the middle of something. We just like conversed with him. So yeah, I'll talk with you guys. It's fine.
Yeah, it felt like we called his personal cell phone and we're like,
I'm pretty sure we did.
Where's your PR, dude? He's like, no, let's go.
Yeah.
So for context,
yeah,
you don't know. About Ernie Hudson. He's obviously a veteran actor. Obviously, he's in Ghostbusters. Most of you should kind of maybe know that. But also, at the time we were talking to him, he was on a TV show called APB.
Yeah.
And he was on for like one season. At the same time, he was on a bunch of other shows.
Yeah, like Grace and Frankie, which he brought it up. And at the time, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then, like, Kay was like, I watched that show. Like, he's great in it.
Yeah, I remember that. That. And then he was also on the Bad Boys not prequel show, but it's like the in between series, the one with Gabrielle Union reprised her character. It also had Jessica Alba in it, and he plays Marcus Burnett's father. And so he's estranged from both of his kids. So like he kind of has like a very strained relationship with his daughter throughout the series. So he's not in the films, but Gabrielle Union is. But they talk about his character, and he talked about why he wasn't around. It's actually pretty interesting. I have not seen season 2, but you can watch it on Netflix.
Nice.
So there you go.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him. And in fact, speaking of Bad Boys, we got a trailer for another fucking Bad Boys now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird, all right, because obviously Will Smith did some really despicable shit on live TV. But also, they have a tried and true formula with Bad Boys, and I'm probably going to watch it anyway.
100%. 100%, because that's just out this summer.
I'm going to shame watch it.
Yeah. I mean, if I can see fucking 10 Fast and Furious movies in the theater, I can see a 4th Bad Boys movie in the theater. So, there you go.
Yeah, and obviously everybody loves Will Smith in it. I'm going to also just give credit where credit is due. Martin holds his own. Like, he has made those funny from jump as well. Like that's one of his best roles to me. I didn't like him in a dress or any of that other stuff, but I really liked him in these.
I think people forget about who Martin was back in the day. He was a serious comedian back in the day. One of the greatest comedic albums of all time was Martin Lawrence Talking Shit.
Yep.
It is fucking hilarious, and I think that it's been like lost in time because he doesn't do stand up anymore, and he pretty much stopped acting for a long time, except for these like latest two Bad Boy movies, as far as I know. But
Yeah.
back in like the '90s, early 2000s, that dude was the shit. He was like he was basically in the '90s, like the late '90s. He was like the next Eddie Murphy, like
Yeah.
legit.
Agreed.
So what's funny to me is people also seem to forget that when he was coming up, it was the early '90s. Because if you remember, he was rolling with Kid and Play.
Oh yeah, well
Like when
yeah,
they
and
did those movies,
then
he
he
was
did
the
Martin.
he was their DJ.
Yeah, and then he did
That shit was
Martin.
hilarious.
Like the Martin
Yeah,
show
and
was
did
fucking
Martin
great.
shortly after.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the Martin show was like 4 or 5 seasons for just him doing his wild ass shit. So yeah, I mean, now I will say I'm not disparaging him at all. I didn't feel the Big Mama house or whatever that bullshit was. That
I
wasn't
mean,
funny.
there's a thing about that, but what was it? Cat
Cat
Williams talked
Williams.
about that, putting
Yeah.
these dudes in dresses. So, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Regardless of how people feel about it, at best it's played out and not you know what I mean? Like they've done it a bunch of times, you know?
Well,
So
let me
it
just.
doesn't feel funny to
I
me.
feel like I got to rewind for a second. So, like putting a dude in a dress, like if he wants to do it, I don't really give a shit. But if it's like being forced upon them,
Yeah.
then it's like that gets into some weird, Megan Hall shit. Bringing it back
Mhm. Yep.
because
There you
somebody
go.
above them is like, "You're gonna put on this dress, and we're gonna make some money," and just like kind of humiliate you, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Martin Lawrence, he did well. So we got to remember he was hurt for a while too. So
How was he? How was he hurt?
I remember he collapsed in
Oh,
from a heat stroke, and
no,
then I think
he had
was
a fucking
car.
well, he had a public like meltdown
Yeah.
Mhm.
years back. So yeah,
With a gun and
yeah,
something.
it was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of his stuff I've actually seen, like Death at a Funeral. I saw this because Zoe Saldana got the week this movie came out. I saw her at WonderCon, and she was on the losers panel as well as the Star Trek panel, and her and Columbus Short were both there, and they're both in Death at a Funeral. But Martin Lawrence is like the main character. Him and Chris Rock, they're like It's an all-star cast, but Death at a Funeral is a remake of the British version. It's actually pretty fucking funny. The funny ass movie. That was 2010. But then he's in TV series that I've never even heard of. I never heard of Partners. He's in that shit. Yeah, he's in some what is this? There's some other show. He was in The Soul Man.
Sounds like Soul Plane. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a TV series
Where was Snoop
that
Dogg?
lasted several seasons. Like I've never heard of any of this shit.
I mean, there's so much TV, especially with all the streaming and all of that shit. Like, you could do some shit out of Nigeria and Nollywood or whatever, and I've never fucking heard of it, but you could have had 15 seasons on some Nollywood soap opera.
You could have. It could be streaming on Tubi.
The Tubi, fucking shit, man. Yeah, but it is what it fucking is. Old Ninja, I wanted to ask you something. In terms of Star Wars gaming, did you ever go back and beat that wonderful, what was the shit? The one with the redheaded stepchild?
What the fuck? Why gotta be a stepchild, bro?
Yeah.
You gonna say he's got no soul too?
You don't watch Shameless? He's in Shameless. Yeah, with Cameron Monaghan. He's actually not as tall as I thought he was, but yeah, I went back to actually finish it. It's really good. So it's funny because a lot of people, their first introduction of the High Republic was that game.
Oh, nice.
So the game features some flashbacks to the High Republic, and it incorporates into the story of the game. And then obviously there's the books and comics, which was running a year before the game came out. But now we're going to see the live action High Republic stuff come out June. So I'm actually that's what's getting me even more hyped because I have a bunch of books. I got some of the comics right here. This is like the second run. I have a bunch of runs right here. If you're listening to via audio, I'm holding up like 6 of the High Republic comics from the second run.
Hey, Prodigy, did you notice what he has? on his comic books.
That bullshit.
The
plastic
bags and boards, yeah,
shit.
protecting your shit,
Yeah,
protecting
fuck all of y'all. I'm
protecting
about
his
to board my
investment.
shit. Well, dude, it's right here. I don't have. My boxes are full. It's not like I'm brothers.
I
Anyway.
treat that shit like it's World War II, and I go into the can with it, take a little piece, wipe my ass, and keep it moving.
What the fuck is wrong? People are so
What
angry.
the fuck?
Yeah.
That's some wild shit. Anyway, but yeah, I went back and beat it. It took me a minute too because I thought I was farther in the game, which I was, but I still had a long way to go. And I finally fucking beat the game. When I was done, I felt like completed and fulfilled because it was definitely one of those game of the year things. It was nominated for best action game of the year. I didn't think it was going to win against Baldur's Gate 3, but it was definitely worth mentioning. It's definitely a must-buy game. I guess it was on sale for like half off for like 3 days last week. So if you didn't get the game for like $25, it's back to $50 now. So or $60 or whatever. But yes, I did beat that game. Spectacular game. If you don't own it and you're a Star Wars fan, you're missing out big time.
Good shit. I might have to fucking dip my toe into that bullshit.
All right.
It's. I tried to describe it to Cronus and to see if he would play it. It's basically
I have the
God
first game.
of War meets Star Wars.
I have the first game. I just gotta go back and like play it and beat it.
The first, so don't get me wrong. The first one is good. It's good. The second one is great. The second one, it's like playing God of War and then playing God of War Ragnarok. That's literally the comparison between Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. It's literally like playing like those two games.
Those are both.
It's just
yeah, they're both great.
God of War, but you get a lightsaber.
Tell me, you never played God of War, have you?
I own God of War. It's right here. I have both of them.
But have you
played them? I like how you dodged that question.
The first one. I haven't beat Ragnarok.
Okay.
I'm like pretty. I'm telling you, that's why I'm telling you that because I played it.
I want to play the game, bro. I'm not like saying no.
No, I know your backlog of games is longer than anyone that I know now. I actually went through part of my backlog, so now I'm kind of catching up.
This is the problem: is that I have too much disposable income at this point. I need to like, I need to calm down. And but also,
I'm not going to tell you to calm down. I'm going to say get online so we can do some Suicide Squad.
Well, the crushing weight of my mortgage is going to catch up on me very soon, especially when I'm single income at this point. So yeah, I will have way less. Disposable income very soon.
PSN Plus or Premium, or whatever, and Game Pass. I believe.
Yeah, no, I need to run
plenty of games on there.
So the other day, actually, I was playing Helldivers, and it actually played fine where I'm at. Nice. Even though I have like a shitty my internet is shit, especially the upload speeds. It's like 100. It's capped at 100, but I have a new ISP that's coming through that I'm already signed up for, which should be fine. Okay. And I need to run like a hard line up here that'll make it fine all the time. But yeah, I need to start playing online more.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to get back into some like depressing shit that made me want to like fight somebody while watching TV.
Oh shit.
Did y'all watch Quiet on Set?
No,
I did not. Tell me about that.
Too many people were telling me fucked up shit about it, so I don't know if I can watch this.
Yeah, I can only watch one episode at a time because I was just like so viscerally fucking angry while watching the show. So apparently, Nickelodeon, they have a huge scandal, or had, or still have, on their hands regarding one of their major producers. I forget the guy's fucking name. I'm gonna look it up while I'm talking, but they, first of all, this main producer that produced like a bunch of I think I would just type in Dan. This is how famous he is right now. Dan Schneider. That's his name. This is a guy who made a bunch of shows for Nickelodeon, and he was a fucking problem. This dude, he was very verbally abusive, and at the same time, Nickelodeon they did hire more than one, more than two, probably even more than three pedophiles that were overseeing these child actors that we all know and love. So, and one of the main ones was Drake Bell. Like that should ring a bell for most people, right?
Oh, yeah,
from Drake and Josh. Yeah. So apparently there was a guy on there, I think his name was like Brian Peck, that I can't say what he did to him on this podcast, because if we're already not monetized, this would definitely take us like off of like public, like whatever. So basically anything that you could think of in your head that an adult could do to a child, that dude did it, and for a while, and it was really fucked up, and that's why if you heard about Drake Bell, like kind of like going off the deep end, and that's why because he was fucked up. Same thing with oh, shit, I forget the other girls. There's a woman's name. I say girl, she was a girl then. She's a woman now. She got really fucked up too, and
Oh, Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes, that's her. Yeah,
She was fucked up. She's probably still not well out there. So
she is,
Yeah.
and yeah, there's like a bunch of other people too that are got really messed up from being on Nickelodeon because Nickelodeon did not protect them at all as they were children, and it's fucking terrible.
Is this the series that has the Ren and Stimpy creator?
I don't know. Like, actually, they don't talk about the Ren and Stimpy
'Cause-
creator, even though there was like a lot. They talk about a lot about how Nickelodeon had like a lot of adult themes and like all their shit. And like going back and watching it, it's like, oh yeah. Like I remember specifically with Ren and Stimpy was like when he had like the saw on like his where his dick would be, and he was
Yeah.
like sawing a log on the back. I'm just like, bro,
dude, people shoot that shit on social media, and like, how did they get away with this? Like every time I see this, I'm like, I don't know.
Ren and Stimpy was wild, but the creator, I forget his name. He had a whole bunch of problems with essentially dating a teen during the show. Like she was a fan of the show and all of that, so it was real gross.
John.
his
Oh, I
last
can't
name
even pronounce his last name. That's
Yeah,
complicated.
his last name is unpronounceable.
That shit is cultural. It's like Eastern European cultural. I have no fucking. Yeah, I can't. Chris Falsey?
So this pronunciation, yeah, Chris Falusi.
Falusi.
Yeah.
Okay. That's his last name. That's not his name altogether. So it's John Chris Falusi.
is his last name.
All right. Because if you just like Chris Falusi, that's a whole name, right? No,
Yeah.
that's his fucking last name.
Mm. So yeah. Anyway, I randomly stumbled upon that, and I was like, God damn. Well.
Oh wow, he was actually the voice of Ren. All right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong. The animation was incredible. That show made me laugh, and it was wild. But yeah, you can't be a 40-year-old man dating a teenager. Like, what the fuck? So nasty shit.
Yeah. Oh, these 16 and 17. Ooh,
yeah. All bad.
Ooh, 14. Oh no.
All bad. All to the bad. Yeah. And if you're a television network geared towards children, that's even worse in terms of like your ability to have, find me a kid in the 80s and 90s who didn't like Nickelodeon. Like, it's impossible. You know what I mean? Like,
it was a lot. Like, especially when they were showing like Quiet on Set, like the amount of like money shots that were like simulated money shots on like children was like, whoa, okay. Like, what are we doing here? For real?
Yep. Just not.
Holy shit. This is terrible. So his lawyer confirmed that for a brief time he had a 16-year-old girlfriend, and he was probably. So I don't know what year.
Late 30s.
I think he was in late 30s. Yeah, late 30s. Because he's almost 70 now. So.
Oh wow.
He's 68 now. So.
Well, then he would have been like, like he'd have been.
He'd been 37, between 37 and 39.
Old enough to know way better.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So yeah.
But there's at least I'm counting 3 young girls said that he made overt sexual comments toward them and may have sexually harassed a girl up until she was 18. Harassed her, not molested me.
But you know what that says though? That says that he was obviously doing this, but if there's other stuff going on with Nickelodeon as a company, then this was pervasive throughout the entire fucking company.
Yeah, Quiet on Set goes into those details, and now I guess it's been changed a lot, but but with the crazy thing about like when you watch this, I don't want to give I'll give away because it's been out for a while. Like when it comes to like Drake Bell, like his dad was like I don't trust that one dude being alone with my kid like at all. And he was
Yeah.
like he was divorced. He was divorced, and he told like his wife or he told his ex-wife and the studio, hey, I'm not comfortable with this dude. Like, don't leave my son alone with this guy ever. And they were like, nah, you're going overboard. And then they ended up like kind of going around him and like just going to his ex-wife, and then his kid ends up getting like sexually assaulted for a very long time in horrific ways.
Yeah.
And so I felt like really bad for that, obviously for Drake Bell, but also the dad, because the dad was like really broken up about it because he was just like, he kind of just like let the custody go because they used that to like basically remove him from his life.
I'm speculating here. I do not know the whole story. I have not seen the documentary, but if the mom also heard the dad's concerns and said, "Fuck it, this is uh, he's making us money," then that's pretty egregious fucking too.
Yeah, and what's crazy, there was a black kid. I forget his name. There's a couple of black kids on there, but like one of the moms was just like, what the fuck is happening here?" And so
Mhm.
like, then because he was asking so many questions, they pulled him off the show and like ruined his life.
Yep.
Like, and they ruined a bunch of kids' lives.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So one of the kids, I didn't know, I didn't watch this show. But he died in 2019. The Cameron Boyce young man. Shit, I don't know
they didn't
what
talk about
show
him
he
on the
was
show.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he died recently, and I don't think he was part of that. Or Cameron Boyce, yeah. So he was half black, but he died. I think he died due to oh, he had a seizure. That's what it was. Yeah, he died due to a seizure. But he's in the newer stuff though. Like
Yeah.
he was in like Descendants and stuff. In Disney, he was on
oh yeah,
Nickelodeon for a little bit.
that's newer stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, but he was on Nickelodeon when he was even younger. So
Yeah.
I was really hoping that I didn't hear anything bad about like the kids on the Avatar site, because then I'd have been like, you know what, it's time to like murder somebody. No, I'm just kidding.
God damn.
Yeah, it's um, yeah, it's just it's fucked up. I'm surprised that happened on Nickelodeon, but also I mean I shouldn't be, because when it comes to anytime like people can make money off of anything, like they'll just exploit whoever, and they don't give a shit about kids. They just care about the money, and that's literally what happened with Nickelodeon. They had Dan Schneider was hit after hit, and they were ignoring these protocols of like they weren't even doing full background checks on people that were left alone with children. So yeah, and then ignoring like the complaints that some of these kids had, and the parents had too.
Ruining lives, and all kind of nasty ass shit. Where can I find this show or this documentary?
Netflix.
You could-
Netflix.
yeah. So I
Or
watched
no,
it.
I'm sorry.
I watched it on
HBO
Hulu.
Max.
I watched it on Hulu. You can watch it on Max, but it's on Discovery too. So
Okay.
if you have like if you have a cable service, you can fucking find it pretty easily.
There you go.
yeah,
Okay.
and I believe it's probably on every major streaming service now. But
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure I was watching HBO Max last night. So speaking of which, we need to talk about something.
Go ahead.
Oh, since we're moving on, Ninja Kamui.
Oh yeah.
Quite good.
I'm caught up now, but tell me something. When you're watching the show, what do you guys think that this compares to?
It's almost like Ninja Scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I-
yeah, it's like Ninja Scroll with like mechs, sort of.
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of mixed. Okay.
It,
For
it
me,
also
oh,
it
go ahead.
also has in some way not ninja wise, but like a cyberpunk 27 or cyberpunk edge runners feel to it in terms
Yeah.
of the futuristic
Oh, I
aspect
haven't-
of it.
You haven't watched
Yeah.
that?
No, I was playing the game. That's
Oh,
why.
you don't have. Oh, okay, watch that. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It won
I haven't
anime
had a
of the
chance.
year when it
I
came out.
know.
Especially if you play like the latest, like the Phantom Liberty.
I've
Like-
not played Phantom Liberty.
Oh,
At least not
okay.
yet. I beat the main game. The main game took me fucking because I bought the game day one, and when it started to fuck up my system, I stopped playing until it
Oh,
fixed that shit.
same with me. Like I still haven't played it since I was like I can't save shit. Everything's fucking broken, so I'm just gonna stop.
No, yeah. So like saving kind of worked, but the thing was like if I did not manually fucking save, the shit would erase my cloud slaves for other games. It was to piss me
Damn.
the fuck off. So I had to stop fucking playing until they fixed that shit. Finally, that shit fucking fix itself, and I was able to beat the game.
So
And I didn't
basically,
even do anything. In the
it basically
game.
gave your entire Xbox fucking AIDS.
Pretty much.
All right.
That's why I
So
stopped
it
playing.
was like LimeWire. That's great.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck's wrong with this game? And it was fucked up because it would happen like as they were putting different patches in, and it would happen less and less, but it was still happening. It was just literally counting down until the point where it happened. Like just when I'm about to save the shit, boom, I hit with the fucking it was a system error, and it fucking kicked me to the fucking dashboard, and then everything I was playing at the moment, I have to resave. Like I have to use the manual saves and put them back to the fucking cloud. It's fucking annoying.
But without LimeWire, how the fuck would I listen to every single Jamiroquai song in the history of the world? I needed that shit. It was worth it. All the viruses were worth it.
Oh no, you don't know what I was listening to. But anyway,
do you know
to me?
Oh goddamn! There's a segue there. There's a sec. Hold on, we got to do like the little.
Segue there?
People don't even understand. There's a period of time where basically everything was fucking free, and it was so easy. And even right now, you can technically do it, but it's a little harder. But back then, it was when Napster first started, it was fucking crazy. Then LimeWire came around, it was crazy. And then what was it, Kazaa? And then it went to like Bit
Morpheus.
Yeah, that's Morpheus was like Bit. What do they call it? BitTorrents.
Yeah.
And so that's when it started falling off. Was like BitTorrents. But torrents are still a thing. But yeah, like now I think streaming is so ubiquitous with like ease of use. Even though you have to pay, but back then, if you want to like get anything downloaded on your computer, like you had to fucking pirate it, and they finally figured out like, yes, people want this shit, and there's services for this. But I remember back in the day, they were just like, we can't do this, you can't have people downloading our stuff, like we can't do all. They fought for like goddamn decades, to stop it, and now where are we at?
Yep.
On Netflix, you can download your Netflix shit onto your device right now.
Yeah. Watch it on the plane.
And that's all they needed.
Yeah, watch your shit on the plane.
That's all they needed was in like back then, but like nobody wanted to do it.
Nobody knew how to monetize it. That was the problem. They didn't know what to do with it. It was technology. The technology and the sales marketing people didn't know what to do. They're like, how do we make this work for us?
But
someone had to come up with the idea.
But you know what they did have, all the time in the world for? Trying to prosecute fucking teenagers and college students and shit.
Yeah.
Of course.
Lars Ulrich was all mad being the villain and shit.
Yeah, he was super mad.
It's like, how about this, Lars? How about you just have a pay for service where they can pay to download your songs? Oh, you don't have that? Guess what? They're gonna steal your shit.
Yeah. Could have done it on your own website.
Yeah, now they do, obviously, but they didn't understand back then. It's like people, when there's a need for something, like find a way to make money off of it, and that's exactly what Apple did. So even though I'm not a big fan of Apple, but they're the ones that really started that whole trend of like getting people to pay for digital services. It was them.
Yeah, it was them. Even in the midst of people just taking still free stuff, it was like they gave you not only they gave you a service, they gave you a device where you could put your music on this device and play it whenever you went running, you were in your car, you can hook it into your car. Nobody knew that your fucking your radio deck had a fucking audio fucking input. Even though it's in the back, you'd have to pull this shit back, run the cable in, but it still had it. People fucking did it just to put it in their iPod.
Or you had that tape deck, the tape with the wire.
Oh,
yes.
Yes. I forgot about that shit. I didn't use that shit because that shit was fucking... It was weird. It was funny because like it became so popular you could buy it at your local like gas station.
Yeah.
If you didn't have one, if you're on the road, you're like, we need one of these converters. Let me get that.
That was a weird time. It was a weird time to be like in between like cassette tapes and CDs and digital all at the same time.
Yep. And I mean, the other thing that was just wild about that time, you didn't really even give a shit that you were trying to download a whole bunch of Jamiroquai albums, and so what? Your computer doesn't work at all anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, fuck that. That's so the antivirus software was popping up. Like they had the free shit out there. They had fucking McAfee. They had fucking Norton antivirus. Those are the big ones. They had some other ones. What's his name? Dr.
Kaspersky.
Yes, that's there. Thank you. Fuck.
Jesus Christ, man.
Shit I can never sell. But they had that shit out there. They wanted you to, like, everyone was having issues. They were making money. They were charging you $20
Dude,
for
I
fucking
downloaded
that shit.
every.
And you would get, they'd want you to subscribe, so it update every year for like an extra 30 to 50 bucks. And that's
I
how they
downloaded.
made money.
I downloaded every single fucking virus in the world, man. I just broke computer after computer with
No,
that shit.
fuck that.
Oh my
No,
God.
no
Can I-
antivirus software could stop the amount of downloading I was doing.
Can I tell you about the amount of piracy that the military has?
Ooh,
Oh my God! So I was obviously I'm a Marine, and I'm a what's called a comm Marine, a communications Marine. So I was like, I did a lot of I did network security back then. I did it for a while. Anyway, when you go to deploy, and if you're in the military, you have to know at least one data guy / comms guy, because they have like all the latest fucking shit from back in the States. So
Yeah.
what we would do, like literally when I deployed to Iraq, I set up, because I was a data storage guy back then, and well, I still am data storage, but so I set up a whole fucking file server just for the troops because I was a contractor at the time. I set up like fucking terabytes of fucking extra space on our SANs just for fucking video games, movies, TV shows, fucking music, and we would make sure that it was secure. Like we'd make sure it was like you know, not didn't have viruses and all that shit, but tons of space. Nobody paid for shit, and we're like,
Yeah.
you guys want it? This is what you had to know the guy though. But it's like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and this is why you want to watch Oz? Here we go. We got Oz. You want to watch fucking whatever you want. And then what was even more hilarious is that you'd be on base and they would call them. I'm sorry, this is probably a bad thing to say, but I'm gonna say this is what they were called on base. They were called Haji Marts. And so you go to these Haji Marts and they would have these DVDs fully pirated DVDs of like you can get like basically every single goddamn Disney movie known to man in a stack of DVDs. And so we would take that shit, rip it, put it on our fucking sand, and give it out to the troops because that was the morale booster.
Hell yeah.
So I knew a guy that turned me into one of those guys, is ripping, because I was always wondering, why did people like buy these stacks of CDs and DVDs? And I was like, oh, at one point when I was doing that, I was like, I need like more CDs. Like I had stacks on stacks because I was fucking burning CDs like left and right
Yeah.
on a bunch of shit. It was fucking wild. It was wild times, dude. I still have. I gave away a bunch. I'm pretty sure I have like a couple left.
Oh, I still have like to
Holy
this
shit.
day. I still have a stack of DVDs up. I'm never gonna fucking burn again, but I got a stack of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like when I found like an old fucking. I had a disc that had a bunch of files from movies that were like out in the theater at the time, and I'd never watched. Like I had Black Christmas. I had like fucking what the fuck else was on it?
But you know what's
It
crazy?
was like Black Christmas and like a bunch of like movies, like one of the Final Destinations, and when they redid it, some other bullshit.
But what's
I think
crazy?
the only one I gave a shit about was the taxi driver, the taxi movie with Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon. That was like the only one I gave a shit about on there.
Go back and watch those same movies now, like the ones that you had back then. They are fucking dog shit quality. Like some of the movie shit that I had was like literally a guy fucking shaky hand. They're all like 480p or below. Like today, like people are so fucking spoiled. I can literally stream 4K into my. I have a widescreen now, which is this is like kind of game changing. But being able to like display 4K widescreen at 120 plus hertz in my house back in the day, that shit was unheard of. Like you got used to having the shitty digital fucking artifacts on your screen and all that shit, you know?
Yeah, most of them, I got lucky with most of them. They were mostly non-shaky cam because someone would, like plant them on their shoulder or some shit. But one of them, some guy gets up in the middle of the fucking to go to the bathroom. I said, "Oh fuck, this dude fucking got up." I'm like, fuck, he fucked up the shot. But still, it's fucking. There's wild times back then. Wild times. Anyway, really quickly, back to Ninja Kamui before we move on. To me. Because I was gonna say, you guys said it was like fucking Ninja Scroll, which I have. But to me, I don't know if you guys remember the movie Ninja Assassin came out back in 2009.
Yeah.
So the story to me is very, at least the first I've seen. Up to episode 7 was the most recent one I did. But most of the story up until episode 6 was pretty fucking similar to Ninja Assassin. Except there's more people in Ninja Kamui. There's only like 2 people in Ninja Assassin, but the story is pretty fucking similar.
It is similar. Yeah. It's like, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I fucking I love it. I know I need to watch more, but I only watched the first episode. I was like, oh, this is great. This is spectacular. I need more of this in my life. So I'm gonna marathon through. They're probably up to episode 6 or 7 now.
Yeah,
Seven.
wait till you meet
Yeah,
the
seven.
aggressively horny gay dude.
Oh,
Dude,
I was just like, bro, why are you so
He's
aggressively
aggressively
horny?
horny.
I'm like, what the?
he is aggressively horny. Well, he's also like a sadistic murderer as well.
Oh
So
yeah.
makes it worse.
I mean, it sounds like some JoJo villain shit. I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's
Probably.
go.
I mean, I don't watch the JoJo weirdness, but still, probably. He probably looks like a JoJo villain. To be honest, I wouldn't
No, he
be
doesn't.
surprised.
He's a little dude.
He doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
I don't,
It's very weird
there's
because,
nobody
like-
little in JoJo as far that I've seen.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Everybody's 6'6",
And they're
super swole.
svelte. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because this guy's super horny and like he be licking screens and shit. So it's like super wild shit. But yeah, Ninja Community. It's episode 7 now. I think there's gonna be 10 total. I think.
I don't know.
down.
I'm in for it. It's like that.
Yeah.
And solo leveling has been
Love it.
yeah, it's been great. There's like 2 misses for episodes for me, but the rest have been super fucking great. Especially like the last couple have been fantastic. I don't know the animation studio, but god damn, they go hard as fuck on the fight scenes.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, and don't take this the wrong way, but like in the beginning with Sword Art Online, where it was just super exciting, like that first season or so, and everybody was on their edge of their seat. I know it's not quite Sword Art Online or whatever, I get it, but it feels that way, only way more violent and fun, and just I love the leveling and the powering up on that shit. It's fantastic.
So Ninja Kamui has been in Max the app. It's been in their top 5 for like 4 weeks straight. It was number 1 for a minute, and then it dropped to 2. I think the lowest it dropped to 4.
Nice.
So, and then like I caught up like last night because I was like, dude, it just got, the more I watched, the crazier shit got, and the more excited I was like, I have to watch the next fucking episode. Like I can't stop right now. Like I can't just leave it because they cram a lot of shit in 30 minutes as well.
They do.
Fucking crazy. I'm like, what the fuck it was fucking highly intense.
All right, so
I highly recommend it, and it's not even done.
I had to look up this the studio. It's A1 Studios. And
yeah.
Some of their hits are they did Black Butler, they did parts of Fairy Tale. They did, what was the other, Blue Exorcist, which is a fantastic anime that is, it's kind of short. They did SAO, Sword Art Online. So
there you go.
Yeah, this is like SAO 2. Yeah, I mean, this is like a legit, really great fucking studio. That I've seen quite a few of their animes. So yeah, watch that shit.
Staying with anime for a quick second, a quick shout out. I don't know if you guys mentioned it last week or the week prior. Studio Ghibli won for best animated film. Did anybody see this? The Boy and the Heron?
I haven't watched it, but also they beat out Spider-Man. So now I'm kind of yeah, I'm surprised.
So I obviously I've seen Across the Spider-Verse. That's a masterpiece. It's amazing. I do want to see this Boy and the Heron for, since it won. I've always liked all the Studio Ghibli movies that I've seen. So I'm going to check that one out if I can fucking find it somewhere. I heard that Netflix has it in other countries of Netflix, but not US.
I mean, that's why you need a VPN, bro.
The US?
Yeah.
The US, I could have sworn.
I might have to sail the 7 seas.
It might be on Max. Hold on. Is it The Boy and the Heron? Or
The Boy and the Heron, not The Boy and the Heroine. That's a whole different movie.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, it's so you can watch it in theaters if you want.
Oh, it's still in theaters?
It's still in theaters.
I mean, it's in Rancho Del Rey, Fashion Valley. So yeah, it's near us, bro. If you want to go see it.
Well, fucking shit, man! I might do that this weekend. I think we're supposed to get more fucking rain. So
see, on Saturday,
it's raining up here.
So on Saturday it's playing at in Rancho. I'm sorry, it's in Fashion Valley at 11 and 8:15 p.m.
Say less. I think I might do that.
I got a question for you, Prodigy.
What you got?
So with the announcement of this new Superman movie, they casted a Supergirl. And I take it you're not in the liking of who they cast as the new Supergirl. Is this
Who did they
true or
cast?
not?
Kirsten Stewart.
Yeah, who
No,
did they
no.
cast?
Oh.
I already knew if they cast Kristen Stewart, it'd be a totally different fucking. Actually, a lot of people would be mad if they cast this fucking
That,
Kristen Stewart. Holy shit.
I mean, all the shade in the world. That woman cannot act. Like, I know she was in these big blockbuster movies back in the day of Twilight, but she can't fucking act. We don't have to pretend anymore.
It's the same thing with what's that dude's name? I can't stand this motherfucker as an actor. He's probably personally he's pretty good. The dude was in like Magic Mike. What's that fucking guy's name?
Oh, Channing Tatum?
Oh yeah,
Channing
yeah.
Tatum. Yeah,
like
he's
how I
not a
said
good
Magic Mike. I guess you watched it. So yeah, Channing Tatum.
I mean, that's what he's famous for.
Yeah, Channing Tatum he can't act either. He's like very poor acting skills. But you know what? I have poor acting skills as well. But you know what I don't do? I don't make millions of dollars making movies. So there you go.
There you go.
There you go. They casted Millie Alcott. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. She played the young version of shit. She's in House of the Dragon.
Oh,
she's the young
I know who
version of
you're talking
Rhaenyra.
about.
Oh, that's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen her in anything except for that. You know, well, more power to her. You know, if you like it, I love it. I guess, but
Whatever.
She doesn't strike me as physically Kryptonian per se, but
I mean, nobody's really Kryptonian.
Are you saying are you saying she's not an alien? I mean, bro, that's a high standard.
What the fuck?
She don't quite.
So
maybe she maybe she gets on the steroids, bro.
Yeah,
then what?
Exactly.
I mean, she is kind of petite. She's 5'5". Maybe you're expecting someone to be 6 something, but she's been casted.
She's been casted.
She's been casted.
Okay.
She's 23. So
can I ask you a question? I'm being critical. I'm sorry, old ninja.
She's been casted.
Yeah, casted. So I don't know. I believe her last name is pronounced Alcock.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about though. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Supergirl, she's not supposed to be big. She's not supposed to be that big. So
yeah,
it's understandable, you know.
I'm surprised you said 5'5". I mean, if you had told me 5'1" or something, I would have been like, okay, just based on House of Dragons how she looked. But
yeah, I mean, but she was young then. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know how young, but maybe she's
23 now.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
whatever, we'll see.
But a lot of them lie about like their height. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, like Tom Cruise, you ain't fooling nobody, motherfucker.
No. It's like when I say that I'm 6'5", I'm really just 5'8". I always say that I'm 5'8", though. So you know.
I'm 6'13".
Yeah.
God dang.
All right, let's.
She's a Targaryen, so there you
go. All good. I say we wrap it, guys. What you got popping this week, old ninja?
So tomorrow will be season 1 of Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. So I'm going to install that and check it out, see what it's like. I will see if I will Twitch it out if I have time. I'm trying to catch up on some of these movies and shows that I've been missing out on. I've been watching The Bad Batch. I missed. It's today's episode. I missed today's episode or yesterday's episode, where they bring back an old character. I'm gonna watch it probably tonight and see what's going on. I'll probably tweet out some commentary or a review providing, but we'll see. And it's going to be raining a lot, so I'm probably going to be inside, probably just doing some gaming. Maybe I'll start.
I like how you said that, like you play outside or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You were going to game anyway. Like, why are you even lying?
Yeah, but I have a Switch, so I could be.
You play it outside? No, you don't.
Sometimes, yeah, I do. When I take a walk,
you know, in the rain. In the rain, you be playing it outside? Come on now.
Not in the rain. Just saying. But yeah, that's kind of about it.
All right, Kronos, what you got?
All right. So my youngest daughter graduates fairy camp tomorrow, so I look forward to that.
Nice.
It's like she loves fairies and shit like that. So and this is like her spring break, so it's always cool. She has the next couple days off, so I'll be hanging out with her, doing jujitsu. I'm looking forward to actually the Suicide Squad update tomorrow because they're introducing the Joker, the Elseworld Joker, not the Joker we're all used to. So don't get fucking mad about not the fucking Joker. He's the giggly. Shut the fuck up. It's not the Joker from the universe that you're used to. So
Okay.
and I'm fine with that. His gameplay I'm interested in. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it. Other than that. I don't think I got much else. Oh, the lottery tonight. I didn't play my ticket, but
Oh shit, that's right.
yeah, I've been playing the lottery lately because I mean, one was like $1.1 billion. I'm like, okay, I'll give you fucking $20 or 60, whatever. And the other one is worth like 800 and something million. So if the podcast gets a drastic upgrade by next week, then you know who won.
If you see us all in one
Yeah.
on one fucking shot.
Yeah, it's gonna be all like we're gonna have graphics. I'm gonna have like a young Jamie, like Joe Rogan does, doing all this shit in the background. I'll no longer be a fucking engineer on the podcast.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love it. For me, I might be watching That Boy and the Heron this weekend.
All right.
I'm
I'm gonna see you on Sunday, I guess, right?
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have some Sunday dinner. It'll, I guess, technically be on Easter, but it's not really about Easter. It's really about just getting together and having some food and hanging out.
Don't be lying. Don't do that. Don't lie.
Easter's a bullshit holiday. Let's just be real.
Yeah,
it
Don't
is.
lie. No, I'm just saying, y'all doing it for Easter. If there's one Easter bunny or at least a bunch of fucking chocolate eggs, y'all busted. Just saying.
Okay, fair enough. Well, but yeah, man, just gonna take it fucking easy on that. Just trying to, stay healthy, stay moving and all that. Because look, I'm trying to be like Ernie Hudson when I'm 80 something years old. Like, man, that's an inspiration.
He's literally almost 80. Holy shit, he's 78. God dang.
If you're in QAnon, they're gonna say he's taking that adrenochrome on the daily.
What the fuck is Unicron?
Adrenochrome. All these Q people know what I'm talking about. If you're a Q person, though, you probably listen to this podcast because you're a fucking idiot. So
what the fuck? Is that some Jim Crow shit?
I cannot explain to you what it is on the podcast. I'll talk to you about it after the podcast. So I say it on the podcast.
Let it go.
Okay. That sounds like some crazy fucking. Is it Martian Clown?
It's something that doesn't exist.
Okay.
Yes. But people think it exists from a horrific reasons.
Just like when Jupiter's going to be our second sun.
There you go. Yeah. Take us out, old ninja.
Hold on. I forgot one thing. I'm surprised, Project, you didn't mention this, but fucking Kong Cross Godzilla's out this weekend. So I'm seeing that shit. I'm seeing that shit probably on Monday. So I forgot about that.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
there
good.
You go.
Sorry, I'm reading chats. I'm reading.
Okay. I just see the word tits. That's great. You should experience Black with the Black Side Infinity, the dankest podcast on the internet. Check us out with Breathing BTI or Black and Black Side Infinity, anywhere you listen to your podcast or consume any kind of content, really. Check us out on YouTube every Wednesday, 8:30 Pacific time-ish. We go live on YouTube there. You can be a part of the chat, ask questions, or just watch us live and see what we actually look like if you're just listening via audio. Anywhere and everywhere on the internet, BTHANBTI, BTI, you can look for us there. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, blah, blah, blah. Check out our official website, binheadproductions.com/BTI. We have an email address, btbti@gmail.com. You can email us questions if you want to be discreet about it, or if you want everyone to kind of know or have a big lengthy discussion. We have a Discord server. You can email us to let us know you want to join and pop your question on there too. There.
Ski, but not if you're in Nickelodeon. Don't do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no Diddy.
No Diddy. We didn't even talk about that. We should have.